What is up, everyone? The time has come. Patch 1.05 has finally arrived on console. With it brings a lot of buffs for our pal the Lawbringer. I'll be going over all the buffs for him, as well as talking about a new playstyle with him and what will be coming for him in a future patch. Start off with the damage and speed buff to Lawbringer's attacks. All his light attacks will now do 15 damage, side heavies will all do 30 damage, top heavies will all do 35 damage. The unblockable attacks off of the Judge, Jury, and Executioner combo will now do 45 damage. For the speed increase to his attacks, his second light is now 500 ms, up from 700. Side heavies are now 900 ms, up from 1000. Top heavies are now 1000 ms, up from 1100. The next buff is that the long arm now guarantees a side heavy. Before, he could only get a light attack for 15 damage off of the long arm, but now he can get a side heavy for 30. This is a pretty nice change, seeing as the long arm is a very risky move. Now at least the risk is worth the reward. The next change is that the Impaling Riposte is now guaranteed off of any parry. Before, you could only get the Impale off of a light attack, but you could also get the top unblockable after a light parry as well, which is just as good, if not better, than the Impale. Now, the Impale can really show off its usefulness, since it can be used off of any parry, not just the light attacks. On top of the Impaling Riposte, the zone attack is also now guaranteed after a parry. The zone attack's damage has also been increased to 25, up from 20, and is uninterruptible after a parry, making it very useful when you're outnumbered. Another change is that the light riposte after a parry now applies a stun as well as draining the opponent's stamina. Making the light riposte stun and blind really allows the Lawbringer to swing the momentum of a fight and put the pressure on the opponent. Now we're going to talk about a bit of a playstyle change with the Lawbringer, which is also a bit bugged right now. Since his second light attack is 500 ms, if he does a shove first, his light will come out extremely fast. This is actually bugged right now, where you can block the attack from the sides you are not guarding in when he shoves you, but if he attacks you from the side you're already guarding in, you will get hit. Now you might think that it's a bug that you're getting hit by the light, but it's actually that you are able to block it. The developers intended for the light to be unblockable after a shove, but the bug lets players block it. This will be updated in a future patch, making the light unblockable. Finally, I just want to talk about the future of the Lawbringer and how I think he's going to play out in the next update. Here I have some footage of a 2v2 where I play Lawbringer, and this is kind of just something I have in the background just so you guys can watch. So as of right now, I really like how the Lawbringer feels. You know, he's good in 4v4s, he's good in 1v1s, his damage is solid, and he's got pretty fast attacks. What I really don't like is that the light is going to be unblockable after a shove. Now, of course, you can always dodge the light attack because you don't want to take more damage, but what if the Lawbringer just guard breaks and catches your dodge? You know, it's kind of just putting him into the Warden situation, where he puts you in a spot where you have to guess what he's going to do. But if he gets wrong, he puts you back in that same situation and you just take more damage. You know? I really don't think he needs this to be good. I think it would be fine if they could still block the light but not parry it. So if they guess wrong, they take the 15 damage and that's it. You know, the attack is already 500 ms, which is really hard to react to as it is. It doesn't need to be unblockable. You know, players don't want to be put in a spot where they have to guess, because if they guess wrong, it can be really demoralizing. If it was blockable, then at least the player can say to themselves, okay, I didn't block the attack, that's my fault. You know, what's even worse about this is that the light after shove is that it entices Lawbringer players to play defensive, block attacks, and shove instead of parrying to start the pressure. The game is already very defensive now, and if this next patch goes through, we're going to see a lot of blocking and shoving for a while. And if it's as bad as I think it's going to be, the community is going to respond and the devs are going to have to balance some things. Now, I could just be completely wrong about this, and Lawbringer might be the most balanced hero after the next patch. I just really don't want Lawbringer to be the next character everyone hates because he is overpowered, and then they ask for nerfs. I just really like how he is now, and he is such a blast to play. I really hope he'll stay that way. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap it up for me. Thank you anyone who watches this. Thank you for the people who have subscribed to me. I truly, truly appreciate it. You know, I've never made videos in the past, so I hope these videos are at least decent. If you guys want to talk about anything, just message me or post a comment, and I'll be sure to respond whenever I get the chance. So I'm just gonna let the rest of this gameplay footage roll out, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.
Ad mortem inimico!